Hi, I'm Melanie Muenchinger, illustrator for Gina Designs. Today I wanted to tell you a little bit about my first book from Annie's Attic, A Year of Flowers. This book came out last year and I made this to go with my best-selling stamp set of the same name. It has 36 different cards that you can make with my one stamp set. It contains different blooms, stems, and leaves so that you can make your own stamp patterns and arrangements on your cards for virtually every holiday and every season of the year. It's also categorized by month so that you can plan your cards throughout the year. Now, something that we did this year to update this book, I know a lot of you have made all the projects in here and are really enjoying it. A couple months ago, we came out with the set A Year of Flowers 2. It has all the same images as the first set, except these are very stylized, whereas the first ones, as you can see, were very realistic. And I want to show you today how you can make a really quick adaptation of one of the designs in this book with the new set. Also to make just a couple little changes to freshen it up. So here's the card that I am patterning it after. It was in the reverse masking section. So what I'm going to do is start with some pure luxury white cardstock, and instead of doing the oval, I am actually going to use Spellbinder's Wonky Rectangles Nestabilities. I bought this set because I just thought it was going to be so cute with these new whimsical flowers. So the first thing I did is I die cut one of the wonky rectangles out of a scratch piece of paper, just some copy paper from my printer. And I'm going to lay that on top of my white cardstock. Now you're also going to need some ink pads and some sponge daubers. So I'm going to use the Gina Ocean Mist. And I'm just going to go right into the top of this real lightly. And if you want, you can use some repositionable tape, to tack it down, but I usually just hold it. See, I'm just going real lightly and I'm leaving some white space so that it looks like clouds. Kind of concentrating around that edge so that you'll have a nicely defined shape when you pull it away. And then I'm going to use the Gina Designs grass green ink for the bottom. And I want to always keep my sponge moving so that I'm not getting a big round circle stamped on there unless I'm going for that look. Okay. And then I'm going to pull the mask away. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp directly over that instead of stamping this on cardstock and cutting it out. So I'm going to use this brown pad and I'm going to start with the stems. So ink that up, and this stem, you can make it going either way on your card by the way you turn it. Okay. And then I'm going to add the flower. See, and with this new set, which is clear, it's really easy to see exactly where you're putting those images so they line up with the stems. And then finally, I'm going to do the leaves. And I'm going to demonstrate that really simple coloring technique that I've shown before with the Copics that looks like watercolor. But I haven't shown it yet with this flower. Okay, so I'm going to take YG23 and I'm going to really quickly with the brush tip end go over the stems. And then do some quick flicks, starting at the base of the leaf and going up. Then I'm going to take G99 and make just a little bit of a shadow there under the bottom of the flower. And into each leaf. And if you want to blend that a little bit more, while it's still wet, you can go back over it. Okay, now watch how I'm going to do this. I'm going to just scribble real loosely into all those petals from the inside working out. So you go around like that. Okay, I'm letting a little bit of that sky show through, and that's okay. And then I'm just going to scribble right into the middle there with this YR07. I don't think I said what this orange was. The lighter color was YR16. And finally, I'm going to do just a tiny bit of a darker shade there. This is the E08. Okay? And then finally, to make that middle pop, actually, let me go over this with my orange so it'll show up even better than it would on the aqua. I'm taking this white Sakura pen and just going right into the middle, tapping some little dots. To really make that pop out, just filling in those little circles in the center. And if you want it a little bit more filled in, you can go back. See how whimsical that looks? So I'm using the same sketch and virtually the same colors, but I've really changed up this card. So here's my finished card. And I didn't do the piercing. I layered it onto the Sweet Mango cardstock with an Ocean Mist base. So this is really nice for spring and summer. I changed up the ribbon. This is one of Gina K's coordinating ribbons and a button from the Sunrise Smoothie Mix. So you can see very similar cards, two different stamp sets, virtually the same elements, but very different looks. And you can see how quickly I made that. Hope this gives you some good ideas for how you can use this new set with the book if you haven't gotten the book yet, but you're enjoying A Year of Flowers too. There's a lot of inspiration from it, so you don't need to necessarily have that first set. Also, this greeting is actually from the new A Year of Flowers 2 set. It's in my own handwriting, so just a little bit more casual than the first font. I hope you enjoy this book. I hope you enjoy the video. These are some different samples from the book. And I will be back sharing more coloring techniques for A Year of Flowers 2. Thank you.